So basically the MV renames or moves it. Okay, so it was USA and then Iowa text. Now, so let's say what you run in the past and you want to see what's what command did you run before. There's a command called history. You just type history and it shows you all the previous commands that you run in the past and it keeps it logged right here. Okay, so maybe you forgot what you ran yesterday or 2 hours ago, an hour ago, or last week, and it basically is right here. So all the commands you have. Okay, cool. So and if you want to clean up your view or your console, control K. So I mean command K or control K, depending on what operating system you're using. So if you're using command the Mac Pro, so you just say command K, or you can just say clear. It's the same thing. Okay. So next one is we're talking about let's say locate. Locate is such same thing as a file. If you know the name of the file, and let's say you have lots of files, right? Okay, and if you can't find it, you just say locate Iowa. Okay, so let me see. For some reason, my locate is not working. Anyway, so what we do is let's go ahead, kill that, clear, then find man locate. Let's see what the locate is basically telling us. So locate, find file names quickly. Okay, so I want to see what parameters that I need to pass to execute that. You get the idea, right? As you can see, some things I'm not sure of, I can just type man and then it brings up the reference about the particular command, and I can do pretty much whatever I want here. I can try. So okay, all right. So actually, same thing with uh, man dash find. Okay, it's the same thing. You can find what you're looking for. Let's talk about let's see what we're going to be talking about. Oh, file names, right? We're still in the file system. So let's go back to ls-all. Now, how about deleting? Well, we'll talk about deleting next. So let's talk about first copying. What if I want to copy that Iowa text to something else? So I'm going to say cp, which is copy. Okay, very, very short. Cp, copy, Iowa. All right. Then I'm going to type these to Dubuque. There's a Dubuque. It's a city in the state of Iowa. So I'm going to say Dubuque, right? So basically, I'm saying copy what's in Iowa and create a file and just put it in there. If I do that, right there. So Iowa and Dubuque is pretty much as the same file, except one thing is different. If you notice, name is different. Okay, the time that was created different. Group is the same, but the owners are different. See that? Okay, because I created this Dubuque while I was logged on as a root. Okay, but everything else identical. Now I'm gonna do one more CP. Okay, let's copy the Iowa. Now this time we're gonna say change it to Wisconsin. Okay, if I do ls-all, I see the Wisconsin. And Iowa and Wisconsin, they trace like they're neighbors, but for some reason that's like not adding up. Wisconsin's a different state. So we're talking about the state of Iowa here. So Iowa, Dubuque, and the rest of the cities in Iowa. So let's go ahead and remove the Wisconsin. So I'm going to say rm Wisconsin, and then it's gone. Okay. So let's say I'm going to create a directory inside. So I'm going to say make directory, and I call it delete me. Okay. Now I want to copy basically Dubuque, put inside of a delete me folder. Okay. And then we try to delete that. So I'm going to say cp copy Dubuque. Then I'm going to mention where I'm going to be putting that. So I'm going to say delete me, and inside the Dubuque, okay, dot txt. Now when I do this, everything is fine, but when I do this and mention what I want to see the content of, Dubuque is inside. Oh, I can just go so delete me, and as you can see, I am inside of a directory delete me, and then inside I have Dubuque. Right now I'm gonna leave. So cd dot dot, it's basically saying I want you to go back one level up, backward. So when I go back, now I just basically is back, go back. So dot dot means like one step back. Okay, so dot dot, if I do dot dot / dot dot, it's like two step back. You get the idea, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead, ls all, and I'm trying to delete this folder, delete me. So when I do this, rm directory delete me, look what happens. See, so rm directory, which is rmdir, is used only for directories that has no content in it, which means empty directories. In that case, you use rmdir, which is rm remove directory. If the directory has a content in it, then you use rm dash capital R, which is recursive. That means that you use this recursive parameter for folders, not for files. Okay, so then I'm going to say delete me. Now, if I do that, it deletes it. Gone. Remove it, remove the directory if the directory has files in it with the dash capital R. It's recursive. You get that, right? Cool. All right, so let's see what else we're going to talk about. I'm going to go ahead, clear that, clear. And then let's talk about changing the ownership. I think we talked about that. Let's talk about again. So if I want to change that ownership again, so let's repeat that. Actually, it's a Dubuque. So let's change this to developer. So change owner, right? I'm going to say developer, and then Dubuque. Now if I do less all, look at the what the ownership was, and then what ownership I have now. I just changed it to developer. Yeah. Now let's talk about the array here on the first column here. What's going on? This is the file permission. As you can see, it's R means read, the W means for write, and we want to assign the proper permissions to all users. I'm sorry, to all files. So let's pick this Dubuque, and we will give them proper permission. So some things you need to know as a basic command. So I'm going to say chmod with the change mode. Then now, if I say 777, it's basically the 777 is the highest permissions. And if you talk about like a first 7, what 7 means like read, write, execute. Second one, this is for user, and this is for group, and this is for everyone else, or for others. So basically I'm saying is everyone gets highest permission, 777. So I have this document open. Let's open up here. Okay, so this website offers me a great converter tool. For example, if you say I want to give everybody read write permission, look what happened. Actually 077 is 0. It's like you don't have to mention. You can if you don't want to, but there's a way that you can just say 0 and then 777. So basically what's saying is first one always user, which is this is the person that who owns it, basically the file. So the user gets read, write, execute. And the group, we're going to take the execute away from everyone. And group means the file can belong to multiple groups, right? So those groups can only read and write. We will take the execute away from, and others also, we don't want others, and we want only others, give them write only. See? So now if I go back to my console and just say 764 and then debug and then ls-all, now look what happened here. And debug has, as you can see, this means like everything for user, read and write only, read and write for a group, and then others just read only. And this is what's happening here. Okay, if I want to give this is actually a great way to do a lot of stuff. Like you can convert it different ways. For example, if I say 0777 and submit it, and same thing here, YJ555. Okay, can you see that? All right, and same thing here with the symbolic. I'm gonna just read, execute, execute. Look what's happening here. So read gets 4 and write gets 6, and as you can see 7 for so the values for execute you get 1, for write you get 2, and for read you get number 4. So if you add all you get 7. Does it make sense? So 1 value for execute, 2 values for write, and 4 values for read. So let's say 4 plus 2, 6, and plus 1 is 7, right? So if you add all, you get 7. Same thing here. Same thing here. 1, there's 2, right? Altogether 3 plus 4 right here, and 7. And that's what it means. A means all. Now, if I take these away, now it's a group. Now you get the write and read, and then for user, all. Okay, this is another way you can assign permissions. Okay, let's move on. Back to console. Let's see what else we're gonna talk about. Okay, let's talk about some processes here. And if I want to see what's going on here when my processor, I just say top, and it's the same thing is control delete shift or control delete. What's on the Windows command if you want to see background processes running? It's the same thing. I believe it's control delete, alt control delete. In the same, like in the Windows, same thing, and you can see what's running in your processes in the background. Okay, so let's delete that, and then you can do, I believe it's the same thing with the glance. I don't know if this works, but I guess glance probably used in different distributions like HPUX, some other different flavors in Linux. Let's see what else. If you want to run, let's say if I have my Apache, like some certain things, MySQL or some other application running in the background, I just say ps. Okay, it gives me like a high level. So if I say ps dash ef, look what's going on here. It's kind of not very friendly, human readable format, right? Yeah, I agree. So let's say if I'm looking for particular ps dash ef, then I'm gonna actually, what I'm saying is I'm gonna use a pipe. Pipe means like whatever you find, it's like connecting to next command, basically saying whatever you find, out of that, I want to search. Now, we never talk about grep. Grep is the same thing as a search. Okay, I want to find Apache. Okay, grep Apache. So basically, it didn't find anything. It just finds the history of what I searched. So instead of Apache, I'm going to find something like HTTP. All right. So it found some bunch of stuff. So what's happening is I'm going to minimize it. By doing that is command and minus button. For plus is bigger and bigger, so I'm going to say minus. Okay. Okay. All right. So basically, it found what I run right here. It's running in the background. So same thing. I can do the grep MySQL, and then I can say grep. I believe it's a Chrome. Okay. So I can search like that. Okay. And if I want to kill certain things it's running, I can just say kill space and then get the PID number and just kill it. It's basically the same thing as like right click and quit, or like just kill it. All right, and that's what it pretty much is. If you want to see what's going on here. Now, what else we're gonna be doing? If you want to change your password, is basic PWD. It allows you to change password. If you're looking for change somebody else's password, you just say username, somebody else's password. Okay. Now, if you have a root access, like I am right now, I have root access, and then you can say user add, and then you can add FTP user or something like that. FTP user. Okay. And then once you add that user, and it prompts you to change the password, you change password. And then if you want to, let's see, if you want to say change the, you want to assign that user, FTP user, to certain group, then you can say user mode. Let's say A and a global, and then you can just say group name, or if you want that user to be a sudo, and then you can just sudo. Okay. All right, that's about it now. So I got pretty much all the basic one command covered. Oh, another thing you can see is, let's go ahead, clear. There's a du command, and it basically shows the list of like a storage wise df. This is the how much storage allocated per device, and what's what is mounted right now as far as the disk goes. It's just how much space you have being used right now. Okay. Another thing you can do is, say you have a PHP that, let's say, this is the PHP is running on this server. Okay. So if you're looking for certain commands, like an application installed, okay, PHP-v shows the version. -v always version. So I want to know where this is installed. So I just say which PHP. Now it shows me the location of that PHP executable file. Okay. All right. Let's just clear. Let's say you're logged on here now. You want to jump on to another server. You want to log in. It's easy. If you know the host name and then username password for that, you can use sh, which is secure shell. You can just mention the port. Usually it's 222, and then you can do whatever dot, and stuff like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna exit the sudo, go back to normal login, which is I'm gonna say whoami, shows the developer. Now I'm gonna show you something here. So I created my own bash, and then I see I have a list of bash commands here. It's basically alias. So as you can see, I can add my aliases here, and then not a problem. Okay. Okay. Same thing with the date. You run the date. It shows the current system time, and yeah, that's pretty much it right now. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, just send me email or just post it underneath under the video. And thanks for watching. Appreciate that. And then we'll catch you in some other videos, next videos. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Bye bye.